The city was still asleep when Officer Daniel Carter began his early morning patrol. The streets shimmered with the faint orange glow of dawn, and the air was thick with silence, the kind that feels almost sacred before the chaos of another day begins. Daniel had been a police officer for 12 years, but lately, something inside him felt hollow. The job had become a cycle of noise, reports, and routine arrests. He had seen enough pain to harden most hearts, yet his still refused to turn to stone. He didn't know it yet, but this morning would change his life forever. The radio crackled in the car, dispatch calling out about a report of suspicious movement near the abandoned lot on Westfield Avenue. Daniel sighed softly. That area was notorious, piles of trash, graffiti on broken walls, and the faint stench of neglect. It was where the forgotten people of the city went when they had nowhere else to turn. He turned the siren off, deciding to approach quietly. When he parked near the edge of the lot, the world seemed still. The sun barely touched the cracked asphalt. Black garbage bags lay scattered, some torn open by stray dogs. As Daniel stepped out, his boots crunched against gravel. He scanned the area, nothing unusual at first. But then, something caught his eye, a faint movement behind a row of bags. He moved closer, hand instinctively resting near his holster. And then he saw her. A small girl, no more than 7 or 8, lying on the ground like a discarded doll. Her hair was tangled, her dress torn and coated with dust. She was clutching a small brown teddy bear, its fur dirty and one eye missing. Daniel froze. The girl looked so fragile, so still, that for a split second he thought she wasn't breathing. His heartbeat thundered in his chest. He knelt down quickly, gently placing a trembling hand on her shoulder. Hey there, sweetheart. Can you hear me? Her body twitched slightly. Her lips parted, but no words came, only a dry whisper, like a leaf scraping against pavement. Her eyes opened halfway, pale blue, filled with exhaustion. Daniel could see the faint rise and fall of her chest. Relief washed over him, but it was quickly replaced by horror. Her skin was cold, her cheeks hollow. She was starving. He removed his jacket and wrapped it around her tiny body. You're safe now, okay? I got you. His voice cracked as he spoke. He pulled out his radio. Dispatch, this is Unit 4 to 9. I need immediate medical assistance at Westfield Avenue lot. Child found, unconscious but breathing. Possible dehydration and malnutrition. The voice on the radio confirmed, but Daniel barely heard it. He brushed the girl's hair back gently and noticed bruises along her arms. She flinched even in her sleep. That small movement broke him. His throat tightened. He had seen cruelty before, adults fighting, addicts overdosing, domestic violence victims. But this? A child left alone to die in the dirt. It was unbearable. As he waited for help, Daniel tried to piece together what could have happened. He searched around, a few empty water bottles, a torn backpack, some crumbs of bread long hardened by the sun. It looked like she'd been here for days. Maybe longer. He whispered softly, "Who did this to you, Angel?" But of course, she didn't answer. When the paramedics arrived, Daniel refused to step back. He held her hand as they checked her vitals, his other hand trembling uncontrollably. The medic gave him a glance that said everything. She was severely undernourished and dehydrated, but alive. "We need to get her to the hospital now," the medic said. Daniel nodded, following as they lifted her onto the stretcher. But as they carried her away, her small fingers clung to his sleeve. It was such a tiny gesture, but it hit him harder than any bullet ever could. She didn't want to let go. She was terrified of being alone again. He leaned down close. "I'll be right there, I promise." The ambulance doors closed, and the siren wailed into the distance. Daniel stood there in the silence of the lot, surrounded by trash and decay, feeling like the entire world had just changed. That morning, he came to check a report. But what he found was a mirror, showing him everything wrong with the world and everything good that could still exist inside one man's heart. As he walked back to his patrol car, he didn't notice the tears streaming down his face. For the first time in years, Officer Daniel Carter broke down.